Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Today's special report is very serious and very important. In this report, we will talk about a major court decision in the Sherikat assault case in Juba. Second, we will talk about a new political committee formed to guide elections. And finally, we'll talk about Western countries calling for justice after the killing of 16 civilians. Before we proceed with this latest update, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with this. Let's begin it with justice in the Sherikat case. According to the report, South Sudan has been following one painful story for many months. It is the case of a 16-year-old girl who was sexually assaulted in Sherikat, a neighborhood in Juba. The case shocked the country after disturbing videos spread online in June 2025. Many people were angry. Many people demanded justice, and people were asking, will the law really work? Now there is a final decision. On February 26, 2026, the mobile court in Juba gave its judgment. The High Court Judge Peter Mes-Chol announced the sentence. According to the report, 4 adult men were found guilty under the South Sudan Penal Code of 2008. The court said they committed serious crime. Each of the 4 men received the maximum punishment, 14 years imprisoned. The judge said the prison time started from the date they were arrested, which was June 25, 2025, last year. But that is not all. The court also ordered each of them to pay 25 cows as compensation to the victim through a civil process. Now let us pause here. This decision is very important. In many cases of sexual violence, victims do not get justice. Sometimes cases disappear. Sometimes families are pressured. Sometimes people are afraid. But this time, the court acted. 2 other suspects were minor at the time of the crime. They were sent to juvenile correction center for 5 years. According to the report, 1 suspect was released because there was not enough evidence. Outside the courtroom, the girl's father, who spoke to the media, he thanks the law of South Sudan. He say something powerful. This girl is not only my child, she is a child of South Sudan. That statement tells us something important. When a child suffers violence, it affects the whole nation. But even after the court decision, the family is still living in fear. The father said gang members in Juba and relatives of the convicted men are threatening them. He even said his son was stabbed and injured. Imagine this. You go to court. The law gave you justice, but when you go home, you are not safe. The father said he is protecting his family with a firearm because he is a soldier. He is a SSPDF soldier. But he asked for how long? This is a serious question. Justice is not only about sentencing criminals. Justice also means protecting victims. The lead prosecutor said the ruling is a victory against gender-based violence. The defense lawyer said the convicted men will appeal the decision. That means the case may not be fully over. Now let us talk honestly. This case created national debate. People began asking questions. Are women and girls safe in South Sudan? Are the laws strong enough? Are communities doing enough to protect children? Many activists say this ruling is a milestone. It sends a message that sexual violence will not go unpunished. But law alone are not enough. Communities must change. Men must speak out. Leaders must act. Let me ask you, do you think this sentence is strong enough? Do you believe victims are protected in South Sudan? Write your thought in the comment. This case is a reminder that justice is possible, but protection must follow. Let's move on to our second top story. President Salva Kiir Mayardit form election steering committee. Now let us move to politics. President Salva Kiir Mayardit has created a new political body to guide the country toward election. The announcement was made through a presidential decree broadcast on South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation. The new body is called a multi-party steering committee. What does this mean? It means leaders from different political groups will work together to guide the election process. The committee is led by presidential advisor Tut Galwak Manime. Other senior political figures from different parties are included. Their job is very big. They must lead political discussion between parties, review election laws, prepare technical system, create a clear election timeline, and report progress. This committee was formed under the Transitional Constitution of 2011 and a Republican order signed it in 2026. Now, why is this important? South Sudan has delayed election before. There have been disagreement about security, funding, population census, and political trust. So, this committee is supposed to bring everyone together. It includes members from SPLM, SPLMIO, SOA, and other opposition groups. The goal is to prepare for credible election under the peace agreement. Now let us ask an important question. Will this committee succeed? Forming committee is easy. Building trust is hard. Election need peace, security, clear voter registration, fair media access, and independent institution. If violence continue, election become difficult. If political groups do not trust each other, progress is slow. But if leaders cooperate, this could be a historic moment. South Sudan has never had a fully peaceful and stable general election under the revitalized agreement. This could be the beginning of that journey, but citizens are watching. People want clear timeline, transparency, and honesty. Let me ask you, do you believe election will happen on time? Do you trust political leaders to work together? Comment below. This committee is a sign of movement, but re-election must follow. Let us move to our third top story. Western countries call for justice after civilian killing in South Sudan. Now we turn to a serious security issue inside South Sudan. According to the report, a group of Western diplomatic mission has called on the government of South Sudan under President Salva Kiir Mayardit, to investigate and prosecute soldiers involved in the killing of 16 Nuer civilians. The incident reportedly happened on February 21st, 2026 in Ayut County, Jonglei State. According to joint statement by the European Union and several embassies, including Canada, France, Germany, Iran, Ireland, Japan, the Netherlands, Norway, the United Kingdom, and the United States, women and children were among those killed in Ayut, in South Sudan, by the SSPDF, South Sudan People Defense Force soldier. They say such action, just let's say the statement described the killing as a massacre, and they say such action violate human rights and go against the peace agreement. They call for immediate ceasefire, transparent investigation, and accountability for those responsible. The Jonglei state government condemned the attack and say arrests were made. However, the National Army has not yet officially confirmed details. This incident comes at a sensitive time. The country is preparing for election. Political tension are high, and army groups are still active in some region. When civilian dies, trust in peace decrease. International partners are now putting pressure on the government to ensure discipline within security forces. This is important. Without security, election cannot happen safely. Without accountability, peace cannot last. Now, think about this. In story 1, the court punished criminals. In story 3, the world is asking will the government also punish soldiers if they are guilty. This soldier who killed 16 or more civilians in Ayut. According to the report, these people were targeted by the SSPD based on ethnics they come from, or based on where they come from. According to the report, the members of the Aguilic force were responsible of killing more than 16 to 25, which most of them are women and children, according to the report. Justice must be equal, whether civilian or soldiers. The law must apply. Let me ask you something here. Do you think the government of South Sudan will fully investigate this case? What must be done to protect civilians in conflict areas? Share your opinion respectfully in the comment section. Today, 3 stories show 3 different sides of South Sudan. A court delivering justice in a painful assault cases, a political leader forming a committee to guide election, while Dr. Machar still under house arrest. Third, international pressure after civilian killed in Ayut. Justice, politics, security. These 3 things are connected. Without justice, people lose hope. Without peace, election fail. Without leadership, reform slow down. South Sudan is at an important moment right now. The country can move toward accountability, protection of women and children, peaceful election, if the leader work together, or it can face continued violence, political delays, and public frustration. The choice is not only for leader, it is also for citizens. Stay informed, speak peacefully, demand accountability, and most importantly here, protect one another. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, please subscribe the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.